Bang. I am now recording. We are going to run the intro music. It's funny every time because Jan can't hear it, but it's just so hard. This is episode I don't know of Peak Agenda Pushin. Guys, welcome back. I'm the Peak Agenda Pusher. My camera is lagging. We're here to talk about anime, just like always. I'm actually going to pull up the Twitch chat. If you guys don't know, we do these podcasts live. It's on Jan's Twitch over at YG Cookin'. I'm actually going to pull it up on my phone because I want to be able to see OBS, and it's too many screens for me to look at. So I'm gonna pull up the Twitch chat like this. And yeah, I have some fun topics for us today. I actually have some chill shit because last week we yapped for 2 hours. That was crazy. I'm gonna try to not yap for 2 hours this time.
Dude, shout out Todd though.
Yeah, dude, Todd is the man, bro. That's my
absolutely.
guy. Dude, I got my flowers in the anime community recently. I've gotten some more big follows, so we're gonna have some more sick guests that I don't want to spoil by saying names, but I'll tell you when we stop recording.
That's tough. Yeah.
All right, this or that or versus? How do we want to start?
Todd started with verses last time, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, let's go this or that then.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start off chill. Would you rather be immortal like Ban, like have Ban style immortality, or would you rather be immortal like Meliodas and have like the whole reborn, lose your memories, all that type of shit, immortality?
Bond.
I might have to go Meliodas.
Just because I don't lose my memories, like I just don't die.
I kind of feel like after I feel like after like 300 years, you'd kind of like want to be dead. But if you get that reset, you don't have to go through that. I mean, because doesn't Meliodas get his memories back before death every time? He gets his memories back like a couple years before he dies, and then he'll die. So you'll like get him back eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see why
like,
Bond, though.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's just like, why would you want to have to go through trying to get him back when you could just not lose him in the first place?
That's fair. I just feel
like... Yeah, Awesome King agrees with me.
I feel like it would suck to like watch your wife die and then have to like forget about her
and then have to remember that.
Yeah, but then I could just forget and find a new wife and then fall in love again, and because my old wife died fucking 700 years ago. But as I know, because Karen and I have discussed this, if I become immortal, I'm going to make sure she becomes immortal too. What's up, goats? Dude, what's up to you? You're the king. All right, let's do the next question. We're kind of, this is I'm not going to lie, for everyone listening audio only and YouTube, I'm so sorry. We're off to a shit start because I'm all over the place. I've been live for like the past hour, so my mind is just on go. Let's reset here. We're doing versus battles. This is Peak Agenda Pushin'. Or we're doing this or that's. Okay. Would you rather have Shadow Clones or Kurogiri's Warp Gate? Which ability?
I might have to go Warp Gate, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, Shadow Clones is cool.
Any time space abilities, they're just
Shadow Clones is cool.
Built different, bro.
I feel like just being able to jump around anywhere on the planet, I feel like I'd make more use out of than Shadow, because Shadow Clones, you could learn anything and like your life becomes easier, but like, bro, I'm not trying to be smart. Like, I'm trying to go to Fiji right now. I could be at a B&B in Bali, getting noggin. Pause. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying.
Just
okay.
Walk right through that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
John said Loki One Piece versus Mihawk.
Loki from One Piece versus Mihawk. I told him we would talk about this. Jan, what do you think?
It's tough.
I don't have an answer. I legitimately don't think I have an answer.
Really
I think maybe Loki, maybe. I think abilities wise, probably Loki, right?
Mihawk.
You going Mihawk?
Yeah, but Like I honestly couldn't say, dude. Like it's
Yeah, that's
tough.
tough. That's tough. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, chat. Okay, next this or
Okay.
that. Magi, like, would you rather have the abilities of a Magi, or would you rather have Jin equips? Like, you could have a couple Jin equips if you want. Like, you could be like Sinbad, max out at 8.
Unicorn? What you mean?
Like the Jin equip, like
Oh,
when
they said
you.
you're lagging.
Yeah, I'm probably lagging on your screen. You're lagging on mine. This happens at the beginning of every podcast. It'll even out eventually.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like Jin equip, like, you know, the Jins, like Alibaba's has Amon.
Oh, Jin. Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Would you rather have Magi
Magi.
powers or multiple Jin equips?
I'm going Magi.
I'm low key going Jin equips. I think Magi powers are OP and really cool, but I would love to just be able to shift between Jin equips and like, because ultimately, like, Magi's powers is just magic. But if I have like, but then again, so are Jin
Yeah.
equips. I just feel like Jin equips just look colder. Like, I'd rather have some like a fit on. Like,
I feel like I feel like they take more to use.
they definitely take more to use. That's true. You burn out way quicker, and you have to jump between them. Like,
Yeah, you know what I
if
mean?
you have
Like you
multiple Jin
tire out
equips,
and you fatigue.
yeah, if you have multiple Jin equips, you burn through one, and then you have to use another, and you can't go back to the other until you're done with it. Um.
Right?
Okay, let's do. Uh. All right, spiritual pressure or cursed energy. Which one would you rather have?
Spiritual pressure.
I kind of want to go with cursed energy on this one. I think spiritual pressure is more powerful for sure. I don't deny that.
Yeah.
Uh I just feel like it's kind of boring. Like, I feel like it gets kind
Easy.
of, cuz either what, you've got Chad's type abilities, you've got Quincy abilities, or you've got Soul Reaper abilities. Okay, cool. I feel like
I
spiritual.
feel like the chat abilities are the rarest though.
Yeah, but spiritual pressure can't give you mitts. Like, I can put cursed energy in my fists and just beat down on
It
somebody.
can
I don't
give
think.
you a sword that you can.
Yeah, but I could do that with cursed energy too. I can do cursed energy shit in a sword in my hands. I could have I don't know. I just feel
Dude,
like
if
cursed energy just
Yuta
looks cooler.
Yuta is probably the greatest cursed energy swordsman in the JJK verse. If he fights the average Soul Reaper in Bleach, he's cooked.
Dude, not even the average. He could fight the lowest level anyone. He
That's what I'm
could
saying.
fight.
He can fight the bottom of the
Yeah, but
barrel.
I'm not going based off power. I'm just going based off what I think looks cooler. Like, I feel like cursed energy just
Oh,
looks cool to use, so that's why I'm gonna fuck with it.
okay, yeah. I would say cursed energy then because yeah, like they just have more adaptations. I feel
Yeah, but if I
like
was
for
going like
spiritual
combat, if I
pressure.
had to pick based off combat, I'm easily picking spiritual pressure. If it was like, if this was a
Yep.
combat situation, like, you have to go spiritual pressure. It's not even a question because you're just gonna wash.
Right.
Um. All right. All right. Lightning style or wind release? Oh, chakra form. Sorry, chakra form.
Yeah,
Lightning
yeah.
style or
I
wind
figured.
release?
Clap said lightning style.
I'm kind of. I think I'm going wind release. Right? Isn't wind
Yeah, I
release?
was gonna say I think I'm going wind.
I think wind release is more versatile. I think lightning style is like pretty confined to like piercing
It's the
based
coolest looking.
attacks. Um like lightning style looks cool and it's piercing based attacks, but I feel like wind release is um like more versatile. Like, you have your Rasengan, which is like a Chidori, where you have your power attack, but then you also have, like, think
No,
about
literally.
what's her name? Tamanari, or was Shikamaru's bitch's name?
Tamari.
Tamari, yeah,
Tamari.
dude. That's versatile as hell. You could fly and shit. Like,
Dude, yeah. And on top of that, the scene I was thinking of specifically is in OG Naruto, where they were about to clash for the first time, and Kakashi like threw them, and you
mm-hmm.
just see Sasuke like just dig his arm out of the little water thing, and Naruto's shit just looks like a tiny little spout. And then when Sasuke goes to the back, and he sees the back of Naruto shit, and he's like,
And that shit is gone. Yeah,
that
he
was
was
one of the
tight.
craziest shits to me, bro.
Dude, I remember
I was
seeing
like,
that.
damn, bro.
I think I was 10 when I saw that for the first time. And I remember too, because I saw that I was so young. I saw that on a road trip. My brother had it downloaded on the fucking iPad or the iPod Nano with the scrolly wheel, and the screen is like that big. And we were going to the lake,
Yeah.
and I watched that shit. It was so hard. I freaked out. Sakura was gonna get her
Yeah,
shit
this
right,
chat
bro.
funny as hell, bro.
Sakura was about to get her shit beaten. Okay. This is where
Sakura
we're
was
gonna
about
have
to get
fun.
exploded, bro.
This is where we're gonna have fun. Okay. The fans loved it when we did our which verse would you rather get dropped in and have to survive. So this week I got another one. And we're gonna have a good discussion here. Would you rather be dropped into Sword Art Online or into a Culling Games colony? This is hard.
Definitely not the culling game. So I'm gonna have to. But at the same time, like, bro, if you die in SAO, like you're dead in real life, gang.
Dude, there are some
Right?
huge there are some huge downsides to both. But also if you get dropped in SAO, you're slowly dying in real life already because like remember they woke up and they were all skinny as fuck cuz they were on life support, and some of them were like damn near dead cuz they'd been on life support for like 2 years in a hospital. So either way you're
They just
slowly
been on
dying
that
in real
VR,
life.
bro. They haven't took that shit off.
Yeah, so either way you're slowly dying in real life.
Hey, AB
But
plays. Thank you
um
for follow.
so yeah, either way you're slowly dying in real life, but if you like die in the game, you also die in real life. So it's a double-edged sword. And like I feel like we all think we're nice at video games, but like that's a whole different like it's not a video game at that point. You know what I'm saying? Do you think you'd be straight to like fight these magical beasts with like some simple weaponry, or like again, somebody brought this up in chat earlier. Bro, imagine you get dropped into the culling games and you get spawn camped, bro, just like Ichigo or like Itadori, bro.
That's
So
what I was thinking just
yeah,
now.
motherfuckers are spawn camping you, bro. And imagine you get a dog shit technique. Like you get dumped in there with fucking the dude who turns his hair into a propeller. That's your power. Is that you can make your hair turn into a propeller.
Cooked.
Cooked. So it's like
Absolutely cooked.
what level of cooked are you willing to fuck with? I feel here's the thing. If I get a good curse technique, I'm low key going culling games and just smacking down on people and getting enough points to change the rules. But if I'm being like
Bro, but
realistic,
like who's to say that we're just gonna be OP like that?
I know that's what I'm thinking. Like, what if you just get a shit technique, dude?
Dude, because curse techniques are so like wonky in that aspect. Like, bro, it might not be that strong, but it can be somebody that is strong's like direct weakness.
Dude, Jan, when you watch this recording back, you're gonna be so tight. Because for me, you're frozen, and then you'll unfreeze for like 20 seconds, and then you'll freeze again for like a full minute, and then you'll unfreeze for 20 seconds. But
That's crazy.
it's just because you're streaming and your internet is struggling, and it'll catch up, but it won't catch up until we're like halfway through the pod. Because that's what happened with Todd. And I put a notice at the beginning of the podcast. I said for the first 7 minutes, for the people who watched it, they'll know this, but there was a thing on screen that said fast forward to 7 minutes and 18 seconds if you want to see Jan and Todd's faces moving again. And that's happening to you right now. You're getting bent right now. Dude, you're frozen for me like this. Which is tough.
Like what? Hold up.
It'll unfreeze.
Oh, my eyes closed? It's crazy.
Eyes closed, tongue out. Oh, there you go. You're back.
Tongue out?
Yeah, your tongue was out, but it's back. You're back now. You're good now.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Anyways.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna send you the VOD from Twitch.
What you mean?
I probably should have did that for last week's too, because you're not lagging for real on mine.
Yeah, I would be shocked if I'm lagging. I have 5G. I pay for 5G in my house. I'd be tight if I was lagging. My AT&T bill.
Dude, I mean, we paid for 1 gig fiber, so I was like, and it's just 2 of us, so I was like, bro,
It's
Bro.
probably not your internet. It's probably the fact that there's other people in apartments near you and the signals get crossed. That can happen
Could
and
be.
fuck with Wi-Fi. That can happen. That's why when at my old apartment when Gamble and I used to live at the Collins, I was always plugged into the Ethernet on my box because my
Bro,
signal
yeah, they still have
would
to come fix our shit.
yeah, my signals would mix with other people. How do you send the Twitch video to the
I just have to download it from
Okay,
Twitch.
cool. Yeah, send that
It's
to me
like
and
a couple
I'll
gigs usually, so just like, I'll put it in a Dropbox or something.
yeah, that's chill. And then I can overlay it. That'll be super easy. Um but yeah, so as we were saying, I feel like if I'm being realistic, I'd have to go Sword Art Online because if I get dropped into the culling games and I get a dog shit technique, I will be so furious, and I will die so fast. But if I get dropped, like I got mitts, don't get it twisted. I'm down to box. But you know what I'm saying? If that's all I got and I'm going up against somebody who's got a domain expansion, I'm cooked. So I feel like realistically, drop me in a video game and like I can stat pad, you know what I'm saying? I can go farm some like low level slimes or something, some boars, and like kind of stat pad and play it safe. So I feel like I'd probably pick Sword Art Online.
Yeah. I probably would too, because like worst case, I could just take the headset off, dog. Like, you know?
All right. No, you can't, gang. No, you can't. You stuck. You have to beat the game.
All right. I mean, like,
Sorry, I'm just crossing this
yeah,
off.
I mean, I'd still have to pick Sword Art.
Yeah, I feel
Just
like it's
because
just
like
a safer bet.
I can't like I can get done so much worse in the JJK verse than
Dude,
I
you could
can
get
in
done.
like
You could get done
so
horribly.
many other. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a
He
quick
said you take
glance.
off the headset, you get your brain rocked.
Exactly,
Yeah,
dude.
all right,
Awesome
all
King
right, all
knows
right.
what he's saying. I'm popping in the chat real quick to check. Is omnipotence? Let's for those listening, I'm doing a chat scroll right now, just because the chat is here because they want to participate. So I'm gonna do a quick scroll and we're gonna do a quick chat break because that was the last of my this or that's, and I'm gonna do this before we get into versus battles. Um,
Facts.
somebody said, "Is
Yo,
omnipotence
clap
this?"
switch.
Go ahead, say thank you for the follow. You got it.
No. Bro said I'm rewatching Bleach, or he made jiggle physics needs to be studied.
On my soul, they were really working on that.
Yo, you.
Bro is crazy for
That's
that.
crazy, dude.
Is omnipotence the strongest anime slash manga ability? It's not, but I do have it up there because omnipotent, like, right, Shibai, which we talked about on the live earlier, and I brought it up in the gauntlet. He's Boruto Blue Vortex's current, right? So this is where the scaling is going with the Naruto universe. Shibai, essentially, if you remember the Great Ninja or the Ninja War arc of Naruto, direct quote, when Kaguya is fighting Naruto, she says, "I'm going to take back all the chakra you guys stole from me." The tree, when the tree was planted and the chakra fruit spread, all of humanity, all of their chakra, everything they can do, every jutsu they can do, all of that technically should have been only for Kaguya to wield. So it would have been all of that. Like, think about this. Anyone who can use lightning release, that is 1/1000th of what that is actually capable of. Because if Kaguya were to have had that, it would have put all of that together and it would have just been like that on a massive scale. So that's why Kaguya is saying, "Oh, I'm gonna take back all the chakra that was meant to be mine." What the Otsukis were doing is planting chakra trees on a planet. Then they eat the fruit and they gain those abilities and they get a buff. What they were actually doing was they were bringing the fruit back to the clan, the Otsuki clan, on their home world, and then they would split it up and they would use it to all buff their powers equally. Ishbi, or Shibai, sorry, brain freeze. He essentially went rogue, kind of on some Momoshiki shit. Momoshiki was the second person to do it. He was the first. He went and used karma and reincarnated himself thousands of times across thousands of years and ate thousands of planets worth of chakra fruit and never brought it back to the clan. Essentially, the way the manga explains it is he ditched his body because he didn't need it anymore, and he became like a 5-dimensional being. So he exists everywhere all at once. He's fully omnipotent, and like he doesn't need chakra or hand signs anymore. He's like past that. Like it's irrelevant to him now. He can do any of those things at will. So like when you see they use his corpse to make the hybrid people, like cyborg people, and those people have like a fraction of his power, like the reflectability where ninjutsus get reflected and things can't harm. That he has that on a high scale. It's basically like GER from JoJo's. So like nothing can hurt him that has a harmful intent. There's also like the omnipotent ability. The girl has a small fraction of what he had, or like they rewrote everybody's memories to think that Boruto killed Naruto. That is a fraction of what he's actually capable of. He could do that on a universal scale because he's now a entity of the universe. So like Boruto is moving in that direction, I think. Like Momoshiki was trying to replicate that. He like told Boruto, like, yeah, I'm rogue. I'm not chill with the Ōtsukis anymore. I'm going around planting trees, eating fruits, trying to be omnipotent. So like Boruto is definitely moving in that direction of we're gonna have like Bleach type scaling. But yeah, so omnipotent isn't truly the strongest ability in all of anime, because if you look at like a Rimuru or a Zeno that can just like snap an entire timeline out of existence, what is omnipotent to somebody who could just erase everything from existing? Like it's cool, but it's not peak. And do I think all
I mean, if they were to pop the omnipotence though before they erase, like if they were to get the jutsu off before Zeno erased the universe, they could potentially get them.
Yeah, I agree with that. If they could get the jutsu off to alter the universe so that you aren't a cosmological entity that can erase universes, like yeah, technically Shibai could do that. Like Zeno pops up, they're in the same universe, and
or
Shibai
even
goes
just like Benju to their will.
Yeah, not even genjutsu. It's shinjutsu. It's just God. It's literally just God powers. Like he could just make it so Zeno doesn't remember that Zeno is capable of doing that, and then that's it. He's cooked. So it really just depends. But anyways, do we think all Ōtsuki are related? Gang, yes, they are an inbred ass fucking race, bro. It's like the Uchihas, bro. The Uchihas are all related to some extent. Right? Isn't that the whole thing? The Uchihas are like all of the clans are like low-key kind of inbred.
That's crazy.
I don't think that's tweaking. I think that's
That is crazy.
Aren't they all they're like small groups. They're like a couple hundred people. To some extent they got to be inbred. I think so, but we'll never know about Itachi. Dude, like yeah, Sasuke's an inbred child. Anyways, let's do some versus battles. Let's do some versus battles, okay? First one, Boruto versus Kaguya. Who you got winning?
Talking CVV, like current?
Yeah, current Boruto versus peak Kaguya. And we're obviously keeping in mind Naruto did not solo Kaguya. That was a team effort to kill Kaguya.
Boruto.
Yeah, I got Boruto too. I think current
whole chat spamming Boruto right now. Like yeah.
Current Boruto is slamming Kaguya solo, not like Naruto. Remember, Naruto was Kurama Amp and 6 Paths mode with Sasuke. They both had 6 Paths chakra. Naruto had Sage 6 Paths chakra, but remember, Sasuke also had 6 Paths chakra, just Renegon based, not Sage based. And they had Kakashi and they had Sakura. Like they were, you know what I'm saying? Boruto is like all that together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's smacking down on Kaguya. I think he's a high Ōtsuki level being, or a mid Ōtsuki level being, which is what Kaguya was. Because we already know
Momoshiki, and I think Momoshiki whoops Kaguya.
Yeah, and we already know he could wax low level Ōtsukis, like the short little motherfucker with the axe who Momoshiki turned into a tree and ate him as a fruit. That guy.
Oh, Kinshiki? Yeah.
Yeah. Like Boruto could wax him. So Boruto's already above a low level Ōtsuki. I think he's like mid tier. And Momoshiki is way stronger than Kaguya. I do not care what anybody says. I talked about that in my video that will be posted on Tuesday. But dude, Momoshiki is indefinitely stronger than Kaguya. Kaguya was a regular Ōtsuki following the Ōtsuki rules, planting chakra trees, bringing them home, splitting them up amongst the Ōtsuki clan. Momoshiki is a rogue ninja. He was The Ōtsutsuki did not fuck with him. He left the planet and was devouring chakra fruits randomly, not sharing them with anyone, like buffing the fuck out of himself. So I got Momoshiki stronger than Kaguya for sure.
Absolutely. Yo, Clap said y'all think Shiba is soloing Bleach.
Dude, okay.
I don't know, dude. Soloing is crazy.
Not
The whole verse?
90% of the verse, yes. 90%. I got 90% of the verse, yes. He's not beating like oof. Actually, I totally changed my answer. Yes, I have him soloing the Bleach verse. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Because like dude, I think it's wank scaling when people say that Ichigo is multiversal. I think Ichigo is a universal character. His Bankai shook the multiverse or whatever. And he defeated the captains that were said that their Bankais could crumble the multiverse or whatever. But I don't know. That's kind of like situational scaling. Like, Ichigo is not always Horn of Salvation Ichigo. That's not how that works. It's just like saying Gear 5, like Luffy is not always Gear 5 Luffy. There is a limit on that power. So is he capable of outputting low multiversal AP? Like, yes. But what if, like, he just gets his memory wiped and doesn't know he can do that? Like, and these are things that can be done instantaneously. Like, there's no time lag because he doesn't need to weave hand signs. He doesn't even have a body that exists anymore. And he doesn't need chakra either. So he can just do it. Like, just make it so that Ichigo doesn't remember he's a Soul Reaper. Like, how do you beat that? I don't know. That's a really hard comparison. Some Bleach fan told me Ichigo is 7D. Yo, they are smoking something crazy if they legitimately told me that.
Smoking crack rock.
Yeah, like something strong. All right, let me give you a versus though. Because we already did Boruto versus Kaguya. Don't worry, chat. We're going to come back to you guys, so keep dropping stuff in the chat. I'll go read it. Jan will read it whenever we take breaks in between. I got Jogo versus Shinra. I wanted a battle of the fire users. I low-key think, and I'm not talking Shinra Bancho Man Shinra. I'm talking like regular just Shinra.
I was like,
I think it's closer than people think, but I got Shinra. But I think it's way closer than what people think.
Slaps him.
So, are we saying that Jogo? Are we saying season 2 Shinra is like, how are we scaling him? Like moon level?
Moon might be stretching a little, but
because Jogo
definitely like large country.
Jogo for sure city level. In his fight with Sukuna, I mean, we know Jogo city level. Jogo top tier in the verse.
If he was moon level, bro, it'd be like no diff. I'd say he's like mid-large country.
All right, so this one's actually crazy. It's just Shinra washing Jogo. Let's just move on. We don't even. I'm gonna
smacks
that. Yeah, I think he smacks down on him. Zoro versus Gabi Maru from Hell's Paradise, the main MC. Now this is fun. You know what I'm saying? I think this one.
I want to say Zoro so bad, but it's like.
I low key. I might have to say Zoro because now look, he's Gabi Maru's a crazy swordsman, and I get it. He's you know what I'm saying, but Haki, bro. I think Haki.
I wouldn't even say swordsman though. With Gabi Maru, he's just like good with like.
He's skilled in all weaponry.
Okay.
And not just like skilled, like he's highly skilled in all weaponry because he's a high level advanced ninja that was like supposed to be a master of everything. But ultimately, I think Haki is what does him in. I think Haki is kind of scaling over the Tao power system. Like I think like Conqueror's Haki and Gabi Maru is probably cooked.
They don't have nothing for that. On God.
Yeah. I think Zoro low key is taking that.
Yeah. Give it to my boy. Plus, I never see nobody else rock a sword like in the mouth. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Okay.
Mention Zoro.
Let him get his goods, guys. Let him get his rocks off here. Shibi versus all the gods of destruction from DBZ. If I look away or my voice goes away, guys, it's because I'm reading the chat. Ask Peak whether or not I can see the chat. Don't worry, bro. I just be looking at it every once in a while. Ask me whether I think Simon the Digger is 11D since he escaped an 11D trap. No, I don't think that makes him 11D. That is fire, Jan. Yo, for those of you who are audio only listening to the podcast on Spotify, Jan just pulled out Zoro's sword, like the whole fucking sword. That's gangster.
Enma, baby.
I would love
Need
that. Shibai versus all the gods of destruction from Dragon Ball Z. I just saw somebody put that in the chat. I'd say Shibai scales to around probably like God of Destruction type thing. But again, he has no body. So this is what I mean where power scaling doesn't really make sense. Matchups make fights. And ultimately, he doesn't have a body and he's not an entity that needs to fight anymore. So how do I even really like line that up? You know? But anyways, next one, Jan. This isn't a traditional like versus like fight versus. Who is the worst person? Which one of these guys is worse? Orochimaru or Kenjaku? Kenjaku, by the way, for you got Kenjaku being a worse person than Orochimaru?
Like, are we counting their whole story arc? Or
whole
like
story, whole story,
work,
whole story, front to end.
Yeah, Orochimaru, gang. I mean Kenjaku, yeah.
Dude, so what? I got Orochimaru, bro. I got Orochimaru. So what? Tell me what made Kenjaku so bad. Put me on a game right now. Let's refresh the chat.
Bro, he was basically doing similar things to Orochimaru when it came to like experimenting.
I give you that.
But not
definitely on
similar
par.
in a sense of like Orochimaru definitely did it on a larger scale. But
the level of deviousness.
Yeah, but like
yeah.
Orochimaru at least had some sort of scientific reasoning.
But so did Kenjaku.
Some of his behind
Kenjaku's whole he did. Kenjaku's whole thing was that he was like trying to advance humanity. That's his whole thing. Is that he's trying to make the cursed death wound paintings to create the next evolution of people, and that didn't work out. So then that's why he set up the culling games and he planned it out over hundreds of years because he's trying to advance humanity to being all sorcerers to create the next level.
Me? But like Orochimaru murked people, but he didn't like murk all of humanity, gang. Like that's different.
I think Kenjaku did it with the express purpose of being like, yo, I'm going to be the thing that pushed forward the evolution of humanity versus I think Orochimaru did it for love of the game. Like he just loved torturing motherfuckers and doing terrible experiences because he wanted to be stronger.
It was research though, bro. Like, I don't know.
Orochimaru tried to slaughter all his kinfolk, tried to kill the motherfuckers who raised him, did kill one of the motherfuckers who raised him, and like preyed on little boys and reincarnated himself through the necks of little boys. Like this guy, I think Orochimaru is genuinely like a fucking like they're probably one of the worst people to ever be written in anime. He's just like a really bad person.
There's worse.
And I think Kenjaku...
You think he's worse than Shao Tucker?
Yes. Dude, Shao Tucker is Shao Tucker is like the equivalent of did you ever watch is it Stuart Little? Did you ever read Stuart Little as a kid? I think this is the correct story.
Yeah.
You remember the OG Stuart Little that was actually kind of a fucked up book? The dad sold his daughter into slavery and he sold her for a pack of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Shao Tucker is like that. He's like some I got to keep my license. I'm going to do this terrible thing to my daughter. But like Orochimaru's like, let me torture.
Twice. Orochimaru did it thousands of times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude. I think Orochimaru, I think Kenjaku is a bad guy, but a bad guy who's trying to like be bad to push evolution forward. And Orochimaru is just a menace because he just wants to be a menace because it makes him feel good to be a menace and to like be more powerful or whatever. Like that's Orochimaru's whole thing. And I truthfully, if they ever kill Orochimaru, I'll be furious because he's lived this long. How are we gonna kill him, bro? He better be still young and alive at the end of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, because that's his shtick. But I got Orochimaru over Kenjaku as far as who's worse.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I feel that. Let me know if that shit better. Awesome King.
Yeah.
Sam, my mic a little quiet.
I'll take a brief peep at the chat. Sorry, chat. I'm coming back. Don't even trip. Lol, that's so real. He just can't die. Yeah, on God. Yeah, he's just Orochimaru's just a horrible human being who will just live forever. If he dies, I'll be tight. All right, next versus Rimuru versus Zeno. This was in my gauntlet that I posted today, and people were very angry at my answer. Who you got, Rimuru versus Zeno?
Damn. That's tough. I have no clue.
I got Zeno. Is that crazy? I got Zeno.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, like, Zeno could just be like,
yeah, people got mad when I said Rimuru because they were like, Rimuru's high outer versal. And I'm like, first of all, there isn't, if we want to get really particular, outer versal is a term that's thrown around now in scaling. And I have said that Rimuru is outer versal. I have said that, and Rimuru, by new modern scaling terms, he's outer versal. But if we want to get like really super dickish, to be outer versal, you have to transcend all concepts of everything and like essentially view reality as fiction, which Rimuru does not. I think the difference is Rimuru is, yes, by our terms, he's like an outer versal anime character. He has reality eraser. He has all of those things, reality rewrite. He can erase dimensions, multiverses. He can do all that. But ultimately, Zeno is an authority figure and Rimuru is not. So Rimuru was a regular slime that then built up this power and still technically relies on that power system. So people say, oh, he went to the end of time at the end of the light novel and absorbed the void of nothing and like now he doesn't need power. That's not true, and that's a poor interpretation of what happened. Rimuru still, if he wants to erase a universe, thinks that he wants to erase the universe, then enacts the ability to then erase that universe, and then it's done. Even if it seems instantaneous, it's like the thought followed by the action, which is backed by a power that was acquired. Zeno is an authority figure, as in there is no power system associated to Zeno. Like Zeno's just like, oh, I don't want this entire timeline to exist anymore. Now it doesn't exist anymore. Like there was no action associated to it. Yeah. It was just like, yeah, I don't want this to be a thing, so it's not a thing. Because the difference is Rimuru is a character that became outer versal. Zeno is quite literally an authority entity. Like if Zeno dies, nothing exists anymore. He's the thing that makes it so that everything exists. So if you kill Zeno, you lose all of it. So I like, how do you compare those two? And I think Zeno, like, Zeno gets downplayed a lot because people are like, oh, he couldn't perceive these FTL fights or whatever. Like, he's a character that exists beyond time as a concept. So, like, who cares if he couldn't perceive an FTL fight? Like, time is irrelevant to him. The time means nothing to him because he exists outside of that concept. Like, people are like, oh, he could never be out. And also, speed does not determine if you're outer versal or not. I don't know where that's coming from, where people are like, every outer versal character has to have a measurable speed. That does not make sense at all. No. You don't, like, that. Those are separate categories. You can be outer versal and not be, like, time. When you're outer versal, you transcend a concept of time. So speed is not relevant to you anymore. So it doesn't, like, there is no speed scaling anymore for you when you're outer versal. But yeah, okay, we both got Zeno. Yeah. Okay. This one's going to be fun, Jan. This one's going to be really fun.
They said OP fans are so delusional. They told me Chopper beating Kakashi. Chopper actually slams Kakashi.
Yeah.
Peak Kakashi.
Yeah, Chopper. No diff. Chopper slams Peak Kakashi, and I hate One Piece. The reason being I fuck with Chopper. Like, Chopper's the reason why I actually can watch One Piece.
Dog walk Kakashi, bro.
Yeah. Nah, that's actually hilarious though. If somebody legitimately told you that and thought that seriously, they might be smoking something like just really strong. Hot take: Mike Guy destroys most of the Straw Hats. That's not a hot take, dude. That's definitely not a hot take. Mike Guy definitely destroys a large majority of the Straw Hats. Not all of them, but Mike Guy could kill.
There's 3 out of 10 that stand a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And maybe 2 out of 10 that win.
Yeah, oh, definitely 2 out of 10 that win. Are you saying Luffy and Zoro could win?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying Luffy and Zoro could win too, but Mike Guy would kill all the rest of them for sure. Here's a question: Could Simon the Digger beat Zeno / all of Dragon Ball? Yes, but okay. So this is where it gets complicated because I just said that Rimuru loses to Zeno, but here's the thing: Simon fought outside when it was Simon the Digger, True Spiral, like in that shit. He fought outside of the known multiverse. So where Zeno exists, right? He fought outside of everything that exists. And he threw 2 universes together and created a fucking Big Bang. Like, the shit that the way he was moving is like Calamity. Like, he was moving, like, yeah, you have, can erase a universe, can erase a multiverse. And then you have existing outside of everything and like just like doing whatever, like just I don't want this universe to exist anymore, or I want to use this universe as a basketball and throw it against this other universe for shits and giggles. Like, I think there's a difference in the two. So yes, I think hypothetically, like, Simon the Digger just grabs universe 7 and universe 1 and slams them together and creates a fucking calamity that destroys the entire multiverse with Zeno in it. But I'm also pushing an agenda. Anyways, this one's gonna be fun, Jan. Who you got winning? Iron Man with all the prep time that he needs. We'll call it a month worth of prep time. Iron Man with 1 month prep time versus Ultra Instinct Goku. Look at him. He's stuck loading. He's really thinking on this one. I'm serious right now. Who you got?
You serious right now?
I'm dead serious right now.
Bro. Oh, somebody said, are we talking comic version? No, good point. Are we?
Yeah, we're talking comic version. But for those who know Ball, if you don't know Ball and you just know about the stuff that Iron Man has created, you might say Iron Man. But I specified 1 month prep time. Him versus Ultra Instinct Goku.
Does he know how Ultra Instinct works during this 1 month?
Yes. Knows everything about Goku, knows everything about how his power system works.
Like, I want to say UI Goku so bad. Because that's just the default in my brain. No, I'm going UI Goku. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going UI Goku too. Because people are going to bring up the God armor that Iron Man fought outerversal beings in, which is true. Iron Man has fought outerversal beings outside of the multiverse in his God armor and threw hands with them. Ultimately, though, that armor took him, like, I think it was, I want to say 2 years to make that armor. And crazy multiversal travel to grab certain things and certain abilities to build this armor. Yeah, he's not doing that in 1 month. So Ultra Instinct Goku, I think, is pulling apart that armor and Kamehamehaing him into never existing again. To which case, we will transfer into Ultra Instinct Goku versus Hellbat Armor Batman.
YG, are you high or just mad tired? I just got back from drinking with one of my friends like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, he's sauced.
That's crazy. Saucy Aussie.
Nothing
you said
wrong
UI
with being
versus
saucy.
who?
UI versus Hellbat Batman.
Hellbat Batman?
Yeah.
Hellbat Extreme Diff.
Extreme diff. Extreme diff? Hellbat.
It's UI. I mean, like.
Hellbat
But
mid-high diff. Did the drinks come with Fent or nah? Yo, he just flamed you.
That's so crazy.
He just flamed you. So look, I got Hellbat Batman.
No.
Yeah, I got Hellbat. But mid diff because high end mid diff, not extreme high diff. High end mid diff. But because like bro, Darkseid definitely scales way above UI Goku for sure. Like Darkseid is one of the new gods of DC. Like Darkseid, think about this. When Darkseid died, he killed himself and turned his existence into a universe. Isn't that crazy? Like the absolute universe with absolute Batman, absolute Wonder Woman, all that shit. That was because Darkseid killed himself, and while killing himself, exploded the energy of him existing into a big bang that is a universe created solely just from his existence. Like that, and now that universe is filled with the strongest versions of every one of these characters. The strongest Batman, the strongest Superman. Like we in the current absolute, we had absolute Batman beat the brakes off of Earth Zero Superman. That's crazy. In one of the most recent chapters, it was fucking absolute Batman used his helmet to impale Earth Zero Superman. It's crazy when you've got a Batman that is 6'9" and 280 pounds. That shouldn't exist. And that came from Darkseid. So
that man needs to be in the NBA, dog.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
6'9", bro.
Dude, Jan, bro, I'm gonna have to send you my absolute book so you can read it, because you could read Absolute Batman in like 30 minutes. The book is not deep. At least the first edition. Okay. Dude, he's 6'9". He's also 21, so he's young. Or 25, so he's young. He's fucking 6'9", 290 pounds. Master of just casual martial arts, like all that shit. And instead of being rich, he was born to a father who was a school teacher and a mother who was a nurse. And his origin story is that he was a super genius as a child, and he built like a machine that emergency services used to evacuate people from, like, I think that's what it was. It was like a extreme emergency response system to save people from natural disasters. And he built it as a child. So the government rewards his school with a free field trip to the zoo. And while at the zoo, gangbangers kill his father and they shoot up the zoo. And his father like locked him and all the students in a exhibit so that they would live. And so he grows up poor with a mom who's a nurse and basically goes and attends Harvard or whatever great high level school. And when he comes back to Gotham, he gets a job and only works each job for 1 month. He gets a job in sewer, a job in electrical, a job in every major infrastructure of a city so that he knows how the entire city operates, and then becomes Batman. And he uses garbage to build like absurdly advanced technological weaponry and stuff. And like, he's also not like our Batman where he's chill or whatever. He doesn't kill people, but he does terrible things to people. Like there was a bank robbery in the first scene of Absolute Batman, and he chops a dude's hand off because the dude is like, he pulls his bat logo off his chest and it turns into a giant double-sided axe, and he chops the dude's arm off. And he's like, oh, I think there's a hospital that way, but it might not be that way. Who knows? Hope you get there in time.
That's crazy.
Dude. So, you know what I'm saying? I think Darkseid is scaling above UI Goku, and Hellbat, Batsuit put mitts on Darkseid and actually fucking hurt him. So, like, they threw the ones. So I think, you know what I'm saying, is can That's UI true. Goku output the power that Darkseid can? Probably not. So yeah, I got Hellbat. All right, Loki versus Zenu. Which one's a cooler? Which one's a cooler like cosmology authority? Like I'm talking Loki from the Loki show for Marvel. Like how at the end of the Loki show, when you see the multiverse is falling apart, Loki existing outside of the entire multiverse, Loki walks up those steps and sits down in the throne, and he grabs all the different timelines and all the different multiverses and holds them together so that they can continue to exist. That's all he like.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah, like that. Who's cooler, that Loki or Zeno, as a being that holds all of reality together? Which one do you think is cooler?
Cooler, Loki for sure.
You just think he got more aura?
Yeah. Chat agrees.
Yeah, I feel like that shit is just cold. Like he really is farming.
Dude,
Yeah,
what?
Chat agrees. Chat agrees. That's crazy. That's all my verses. Let's do random topics now. Boruto will scale past Bleach. We already talked about that. I'm gonna cross that off. Boruto will definitely scale past Bleach. By the end of Boruto, we're gonna have multiversal characters. And I did, like we said, you know what I'm saying? Boruto learned flying Raijin from a jutsu that taught him jutsus that alternate versions of himself learned. They're totally gonna do some shenanigans where like Boruto meets other versions of himself, and then we're gonna get multiversal type shit going on. Ichigo has become. Ichigo is a boring main character.
I was talking to my cousin about this. I agree, but like, yeah, it's only just because like he's one of the few main characters that doesn't have like a clear end goal from the very beginning. His goal was kind of always just like be with his family and protect his family, but it was never like nothing like major, no major ambitions, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't have crazy motivation.
And
like
my cousin
that.
was trying to argue. He was like, bro, he just loves his family, bro. I'm like, shut up, bro. He's a boring main character, bro.
Yeah, like Bleach is fire. I love the Bleach story and everything that comes with it, but his motivation is just kind of like meh. He's not boring. He's just like Jotaro, and I think Jotaro's boring. Right? I think he's just like a meh character. He's just like, you know, the story carries him. He's kind of like Yuji Itadori. He's like just kind of a boring main character, like as far as writing goes, but everything else about the story is fire.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think Collapse Twitch. Yeah, he said if someone killed one of his sisters, his crash out will be insane.
Oh, 100%.
He was trying to see that. Yeah. Nah, honestly, I feel like you're right. Yeah, I got to see him lose something close so that I could really see the crash out that he, you know what I mean? Especially because he has like no other goals. Like Luffy want to be the Pirate King, but we still had to see him lose Ace. You know?
Yeah.
Still had to see him watch his brother get a hole put through him. Like
Naruto wanted to be Hokage, and we had to watch. Naruto
Right.
wanted to be Hokage and had crazy trauma. Crazy trauma. I don't think Ichigo's had anything like those
Jiraiya.
characters.
Exactly. Jiraiya.
All right. JJK
should have killed Ishin and
Ichigo. Yeah, that would have probably given him more depth. Excuse me. Crazy work. JJK is the new Bleach as far as fan bases go. Or sorry, JJK is the new Dragon Ball Z as far as fan bases go.
No.
No?
Bleach.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude. The Bleach fan base is
Hell
fire.
no.
The Bleach
I
fan
agree.
base. The Bleach fan base is chill, bro. The Bleach fan base is chill. I'm not talking about the story. I'm saying the JJK fan base is the new Dragon Ball Z fan base. They both can't read. See, he's speaking facts. They both can't read. They are toxic.
I'd say Naruto. I'd say they're the new Naruto fan base.
That's tough. Because remember the whole Goku solo's your favorite
I'm
verse?
not talking about Naruto like the chill motherfucker that likes Naruto though. I'm talking about like the Narutard, like you know what I mean? Like,
That's fair.
bro,
That's
like,
fair. That's a fair comparison.
Yeah, the ones that
That's
are
a fair
just saying
comparison.
crazy shit about who in Naruto beats. Yeah, like
But
them,
also,
I feel like that's JJK.
I was saying
The
DBZ
ones
though
that say
because they were
Itachi
saying
Solo's like the godliest of god.
Nah, look. That's why I'm saying DBZ. But you also have a good point. Because I was saying DBZ because everyone says, oh, Goku Solo is your favorite verse. And now JJK is like that, where they're like,
Goku, yeah.
where they're like, oh, Gojo Solo's your
Gojo.
favorite verse.
Yeah.
And it used to be, oh, one Kamehameha and the earth is blown up. And now it's one domain and your favorite character is dead. But the Naruto thing is true.
The same thing that you say about Itachi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right. The Naruto thing is true because it's what people say about Genjutsu. One Genjutsu and your favorite character is dead. Like, fuck no, that's not how it works.
Exactly.
Have you seen a Bleach fan base, bro? They will fry you for saying any high tier Naruto character can beat the Espada. I don't think any high tier Naruto character can beat the Espada. Boruto, yes, there are definitely Boruto characters that can throw mitts with the Espada, but not. I don't know about beat. Beat is kind of crazy. Maybe like a. I don't know, dude. That's actually really hard. Maybe like a Momoshiki. But the Bleach fan base generally is not that toxic. You're talking about Bleach fans that are like purists. I'm talking about just like the average Bleach fan. Like you tell a One Piece fan, oh, I don't fuck with One Piece. Example, this motherfucker. I watch One Piece now because this dude challenged me to make a YouTube video that got me fried into watching One Piece. Like One Piece fans will crucify you for not watching One Piece. Naruto fans will like also crucify you for not watching Naruto, but Bleach fans will just be like, "Oh yeah, you don't fuck with that's chill, man. I like Bleach though." You know what I'm saying? Like the Bleach fan base is chill. All right,
lame.
now
Where's the aura in that,
bro? All right,
you gotta let them know, like, hey man, this is peak. Ain't you pushing the peak agenda? You gotta let them know it's peak.
You right. If you don't fuck with Bleach, I don't fuck with you. Anyways, Gojo would actually do very well in Naruto.
Yes. Infinity, bro, are you kidding me? Bro, he gets to at least Pain. That's where I said he hard stops though.
I think Gojo would be a high level Jonin in Naruto for sure. I think people just like because the JJK verse scales so low, they're like, nah, he gets washed. He gets washed by Itachi, by Bleach, by Pain. Yeah, you're talking about the top tiers of the verse, the 1% of the verse. Throw Gojo into the verse, and he's probably going to be on the lower end of that top 1% of the verse. Like, he would be like how I view, like, who's a top tier in the verse that's not, like, an absurdly high top tier? He would be like a Rock Lee. Rock Lee is absolutely a top tier in the Naruto verse, but he's a low-level top tier. Or he would be like Gaara. That's a better comparison. He would be exactly like Gaara. He would be a top tier in the verse, but not a high-end top tier. He'd be a low-end top tier. And I think people are just like, yeah, Itachi would beat Gaara. Yeah, Pain would beat Gaara. They would also beat Gojo. But again, Gojo would be alright. Gojo with those abilities in the Naruto verse would do very well. He would be a top tier.
Yeah.
All right. Frieren is overhyped.
Honestly, yeah. No, I said this when I first started watching it because my friend was like really trying to get me to watch it. I ended up kind of liking it, but yes, it's overhyped.
I like it.
Animation's great though.
Animation's great. I think theologically though, people hype it because they're like, oh, the theology of like life and stuff. And I'm like, bro, Vinland Saga hits that theology way deeper, I feel like, than Frieren.
No, you want a hot take, bro? Hold up. Bruh. Hell's Paradise did more in one season regarding a dark continent than Hunter x Hunter has in so long.
That's not crazy to say that. That's not crazy to say that. You're definitely smoking dick though if you think it's like gonna be better than whatever Hunter x Hunter is gonna give us. But it's definitely given us more for sure. That's not crazy to say that. I agree with you.
To the point where I'm like, bro, they keep talking about this dark continent, and I'm like, when am I actually gonna like see it? You know? Someone
in the chat said, "Yo, Kid Gaara genuinely scared the dog shit out." Dude, Kid Gaara legitimately gave me nightmares because I was like 12 when I watched that. Jan and I don't know how old you guys are in the chat. I know Awesome King. I know you're not like crazy old and stuff. Jan and I are approaching Unk Grandmaster, so. We were legitimately children when that stuff was coming out, and Gaara gave me fucking nightmares. I think I was like 12 when I was watching Kid Gaara. Yeah, that shit freaked me the fuck out, dude. Hot
I'm
take: fan
16.
service
Oh my
animes
god, bro!
need
I
to
was
be
watching
stopped.
Shippuden live at your age.
Yeah, dude. He said I'm 16.
Oh,
Dude,
that felt so great to say.
I've watched Naruto when I was 12. Yeah, because you know Ball, you probably know. But yeah,
Same.
you're 16. Yeah, I was watching Shippuden. Dude, when we were 16, Shippuden was ending, right? Shippuden was at towards the very end.
So we're in the
Shippuden,
Ninja War.
yeah, Shippuden was at when we were 16. That was Kaguya. That was that portion of the Ninja War arc. So the last 150 episodes.
That's crazy, dude.
Dude, that's crazy to think about. Damn, we are fucking approaching Unk, dude. Hot take: fan service animes need to be stopped. That is not a hot take, brother. Fan service in animes does need to be stopped. Fan service is chill if it's like an adult character. The Fire Force writer is a pedo. When he all that shit he said about, oh, she's the symbol for sex and health, bro. She's a 16-year-old character, 17-year-old character. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Fan service is chill if you're an adult.
Them
Like,
and no, just them. Yeah.
oh, and My Hero,
Oh yes.
Yeah, and like, dude, like Dan, people say Dan is filled with too much fan service. I kind of gotta disagree. I didn't like it at first because I thought the fan service was gonna be a different level. But like them ripping the clothes off that high school girl who's 17 or whatever, or 18, however old she is, that wasn't fan service. Like they didn't draw her sexually. Like they just drew her like a normal person with like how a kid would be drawn in underwear. They didn't draw her like sexually. And also people forget it's a sexual comedy. Like it's a comedy. Dan is literally labeled action rom-com. It's an action romantic comedy. Like the whole joke with the fucking Turbo Granny is that she's gonna gobble up his weenie, and he lost his weenie because he got possessed by a fucking ghost that eats weenies. Like it's like a bit, but then they draw the grandma, and the grandma is drawn mad sexy, and she's like 60. You know what I'm saying? So they draw her to have big fucking tits and a fat ass, but they don't draw the girl who's like a high school girl to be like that. Yeah, they might have stripped her naked in like underwear, but that was in like the aliens were dissecting her, and they didn't draw her sexually. I think that's different. I think like some fan service is really fucking gross, and some is just normal. Hunter x Hunter will have, yeah, I agree. It'll be better in later years. Sorry for those audio. I was reading the chat. I watched when I was 9. I'm 15 now. I watched when I was 9, and Gar made me have nightmares for 4 days, bro. Yeah, you know Ball, dude. I don't you wish, Jan, that we could have talked about anime when we were kids like this? Like how these guys are talking about it? Dude, when we were kids, guys, when we were kids, if you had an Akatsuki t-shirt on, you're getting your ass whooped in gym class, bro. You are having no friends. You are getting excommunicated from the lunch table. You even mention a whiff of One Piece, Naruto, or Bleach. Gone. Excommunicated from the school. You got no chance. You getting no bitches. I'm so glad times have changed, and anime is chill now.
Not for real.
All right. On the topic of Dan, have you seen Dan, Jan? Or do you know about Dan?
I know about it. I haven't seen it.
I think Dan currently has one of the most fun power systems. I think power systems are kind of getting like amped up, where it's like everything has to be nen and chakra and like super complicated for people to like it. And like, I think it's fun to appreciate something simple. Dan has a really cool power system. Like it's not no cursed energy or any of this complicated bullshit. It's just like ghosts or aliens. That's the whole thing. Like the whole thing is you can have like telekinesis from some alien shenanigans, or you can be possessed by a ghost and have weird ghost powers. That's the whole thing. And it's simple, but it's simple, but it's cool. It's like the chick gets dissected by aliens and now she can use telekinesis, and the dude gets possessed by a fucking sexual granny, and now he has like super speed and amped strength and shit. That's kind of a cool, like, get possessed by a ghost or just have like alien telekinesis. Like it's simple, but it's fun. I like that as a power system. Something just, there's not a lot behind it. It's just like you could either have the lottery system ghost or you could have telekinesis like an alien. It doesn't leave, it leaves like a lot of room for fun stuff.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, Dandadan is enjoyable, dude. It's really funny because it's an action rom-com. So it's like a romantic comedy about a guy who believes in aliens, and then there's a girl who believes in ghosts, and to try to prove each other wrong. And this is long before any romance. In the beginning they start as characters who are butting heads, and to try to prove each other wrong, the girl who believes in ghosts has to go to a location where UFOs are sighted a lot, and the guy who believes in aliens has to go to a haunted cave, and they try to go to prove each other wrong, and it turns out they're both wrong, and the girl ends up getting taken by a UFO and like attempted to be dissected, and she gets telekinesis, and the guy ends up getting possessed by the ghost of the location that he went to, which is Turbo Granny, which is a ghost that's obsessed with like eating little boys, gobbling up cocks. And like it's like a joke. So like he gets possessed and he loses his cock, but he now has super speed. Freaky ass granny. But he loses his cock, but now he has super speed and super strength. And it's like a joke. Like the whole thing is like it's supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be serious. It is a little freaky though if you watch it at night.
Oh, hot take. Boruto 2BB anime, if done right, will be the best new gen anime.
Facts.
Damn. Yeah, it'll be up there.
It's so well written, dude.
It will be the best.
It's so well written. If the anime is done right,
yeah.
Dude, I saw a thing that said I stopped watching the Boruto anime because I just read it. I saw a post recently that said somebody went through every episode of Boruto and got it to overlap with the manga, and only 12% of the Boruto anime episodes are actually canon to what happens in the manga.
Yeah.
A show of almost 90% filler, that's kind of fucking crazy.
Bro, yeah, there's only like 80 something chapters of Boruto, and there's over 300 episodes.
Should I watch Dandadan? Yes, dude, you should watch Dandadan. It's really good. I was getting someone in the chat said I was getting crucified. It's awesome, King. I'm just repeating this for the audio only listeners of the podcast. I was getting crucified at the stake for saying anime isn't weird. You go to a shit school that's behind on the times. I remember being 15 and 16 and like your whole life is what's in school. And I know this sucks to hear from us because we're adults, and it probably sucks to hear adults tell you all the time that your life isn't hard, but you should really fucking enjoy high school and shit. Because I look back now as an adult on high school, and my friends will tell you guys this. I was bullied ferociously in high school. I didn't become a normal person until like college. Like I met Yanni when we were freshmen in college, and I became normal because in college it's a melting pot of a bunch of random kids that are now becoming adults. But when you're in high school, kids are awful to each other. And I was like skinny and I was a loser and I was really annoying. So I got bullied a lot, but I never let it get to me because I was like, you know what? These people just have shit lives. That's why they're making fun of me. But now I look back on it and like when you're in high school, that whole thing is your life, dude. Like it's crazy going to school and being surrounded by these people and you think that's your life forever. And now I'm an adult and I'm fucking married to a absurdly hot Latina with a fat booty, and I own a jewelry store, and I make videos about anime with one of my best friends, and like we fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Life is awesome now. And yeah, I have bills and shit. Yeah. But I look back on high school and I'm like, damn, like I don't even remember half of the people I went to high school with anymore.
Back then, oh God.
Yeah, I don't even remember the people I went to high school with anymore. But when you're in high school, everything is so important to you. And then you become an adult and you forget about everyone you went to high school with, and you're like, damn, like all that was so important to me back then, and now it's not because you just don't care anymore. It's crazy the way life changes.
Exactly. That's so facts, bro. I could not have said that better myself.
Dude, my last point, and then we can just talk about some random stuff before we end the pod. We made good time today, too. An hour-long episode, that's better than a 2-hour-long episode. The first, 40 minutes were just me sitting in here fucking with my settings. Anyway. Yeah. No, I feel you. Anything above planetary but below multiversal is just bullshit in versus battles. And I think when people use scaling to justify a character beating another character, it's just a load of shit. Like, scaling doesn't make any sense, and it does not make fights. Like, matchups make fights. Because look at a character like Krillin. Krillin is a multi-planetary galaxy-level character. Krillin is not killing Gojo, who's a city level character. You know why? Because Krillin doesn't have a move that can bypass infinity. So right there is proof that matchups make fights, not power scaling. Goku, yes, beats him because Goku has shown the ability to erase entire universes that are infinite in size. So that proves that he could just punch through infinity, which is infinite in size. But like Krillin has nothing like that. So power scaling at a certain point is just a bunch of bullshit that nerds make up to wank each other off to try to get their favorite character. But I don't think it matters at all. Matchups make fights, not power scaling. Like anything between planetary and multiversal doesn't matter. There are tons of planetary characters that I think could beat universal characters. Like, if a character does not have universal durability and they're just as durable as a planet, any planetary character can kill them. It doesn't matter that they're universal. So, like, power scaling, I think, is just a load of bullshit. By the way, Peak, I'm in the Discord. Just let me know if you want me to hop in the pod in the future. I would be down. Dude, I'm going to get you in. I was going to do the pod. I was going to do the chat this week. I was going to do the chat this week and have you guys come in this week. But I actually have a plan. I thought about it a little bit more, and I have a plan for I want you guys to filter in. But you should come in next week. It would be dope if you started the episode with us next week because you've been here with us since day one. You're an OG, and I would love to have you in here before everybody else who gets to talk about some shit. All right, Jan, where are you at in Magi right now, bro?
Where did I get to? So they cleared, like, do y'all think Naruto and Sasuke can beat Uryu and Ichigo?
No.
Yeah, nah.
No. They're not beating.
But I got to where, like, basically Alibaba's friend, they like got his troop and stuff, and then that's when Aladdin fought Judar, is right after that, I think.
Yep.
And then some other people pulled up, and Ugo was fighting, and apparently Aladdin, like, wasn't the one controlling him during that fight.
Nah, he wasn't.
Yeah, so I don't know what's up with that, but a couple people pulled up, took Judar, and then left.
Okay. All right, you're at a good spot. I'm hyped to hear what you think when you get to Syndria. Because, his Jin was actually never controlled by him. Ever, at any point. That's not even his Jin. That's Solomon's Jin. The original Solomon, who is the king of the world. Yeah. When Solomon died, he left his Jin and was like, eventually I will be reincarnated. And it's not actually going to be me. It's going to be a unique person, but they will have my wisdom, raise them and make sure that they're like fit to shape the new world. So Aladdin is the reincarnation of Solomon's wisdom. He's his own person. He's not actually a reincarnation of Solomon himself, but he's Solomon's wisdom reincarnated. So yeah, that's not even his Jin. The whole time Ugo was Solomon's Jin, acting on Solomon's original last orders to him as a Jin, which was raise and protect Aladdin. So yeah, the whole time Aladdin thought he was controlling him. He was like, nah, bro, you were not, bro. That is not your Jin, bro. Mind fuck.
Crazy.
What's y'all's top 5 animes? The Claps from Twitch wants to know. I will end the podcast on this one. And then I'll stop the recording. Jan can stay live if he wants. My top 5 animes gotta be, in no particular order, by the way, Code Geass, Attack on Titan. No, shit, wait, hold on. Code Geass, Vinland Saga, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Maybe Attack on Titan slash Odd Taxi. Both of those are really good stories. I think very well written stories. And then 5 would have to go to something brainless that I just don't give a shit about, which would probably be like Solo Leveling. It's just good, mindless, turn your brain off and watch something cool. Those would probably be my top 5. Yanni, what are your top 5?
Real. One Piece, Villain Saga, Hunter x Hunter, Code Geass. It's between like Solo Leveling, like I would turn your brain off, or like I want to give that 5th spot to Full Metal.
Yeah, I'd give it to Full Metal. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, guys. Well, this has been another episode of Peak Agenda Pushin'. I'm the Peak Agenda Pusher. That's YG Cooking. If you guys don't, follow YG Cooking on Twitch, and you can watch us live. I do not live stream on Twitch. That's Jan's job. My job is to make the videos. So, guys, go follow him on Twitch. Have a good rest of your night. This has been Peak Agenda Pushin'. Peace out.